It's embarrassing not to stand up here while you guys are applauding me, but Ron told me to waste some time. I know some jokes. I'm not going to tell you any. But I am going to introduce Rauan Klassnik. Do you guys know him?
Yeah.
Yeah, he's great. He's an old chum of mine. Back from the good old days in South Africa, where he was born and raised. Ron has 2 books out and a chapbook out. Have you guys read Ringing, his chapbook? Yeah. And then Bully Land is out on Black Ocean, and then his new book, The Moonstraw, just came out. And it just takes you one step further in your life. So you're missing out if you don't read it. But I swear that he will be just as intense, if not more intense, than I. Anyway, welcome, Ron.
Thanks, Rauan, for asking me. I was born in South Africa, raised Jewish, etc., etc. Under the moon's tightening wrists, leaning down to pet your dog, you looked up at me and shot the dog in its face. We fucked, and we fucked again. And when I came to, you were sucking me off, like my brain slow and aching. A rat's in a maze. It stops, grows, and it is the maze. Future stopped, coins, chips, and rippling cash, all bone white. Mouths of a whore, spiced up, diseased, and sore, expanded with pleasure and pissed down my face. It's like the plague, holding me together, a madman scratching her ass up on a balcony, scabbed, lopsided, cunning, and swift. And now some lined-up ghosts, behind each a soldier, SS of course, with a gun in his cold white hands. And they've kneeled them down now, heads arched forward, shadows twisting into each other, grinding, starved and blue, crawled up out of a pit, whining and trembling, and they're fired up through their heads, brains splattered all over the pavement. That's how we're fed. Prayers ought to be castrated, stand in the corner and taste my piss, huge and silver condors vomiting, stiff, gorgeous, pregnant ablaze, splintering back into my pale veins, like angels with long red hair. Encrusted with emeralds, stinking, ditched, boiling, I'm on the back of an elephant rubbing my pussy, blooming magic night after night, flowers, birds, and sun, whore's meat hanged on my soul, glowing and moaning, a stabbed cosmos drooling. I'm dead, but alive, and we're in kind of a 69 position, to heal me, the side of your head against my cold black panties. Please be careful, you tell me, please. And it feels like we're kissing, and it feels like we're making love. A woman dead in childbirth, tiny bones resting still between her legs. Walking our dogs this morning, my wife Edith told me that she had this dream where I was going to give a talk on healthy lifestyles. But when I got up on stage, I started reading this poem by my friend James Pate, a poem titled Pig Beach. I'm supposed to find a rock and place it on your tombstone. The sun's an angel's mouth covered in sweat. I'm slumped in the shower, marble glinting like chimes made of bone. The first time we made love, I came on your chest and rubbed it in. Pain, someone told me, turns to rain. My heart's filled with grass, clouds, and children crying. Driving through the trees, the light sifting through and the leaves blowing all around us, I became the light. Who needs their body? You come from nothing, a man and a woman rolling around in mud, and you return to it, hold each other and kiss. The trees arched over, stars and flowers pulsed, and we floated through. There's a child in a ditch by the side of the road. She's the source of every drop of blood. Shadows, knives, machetes, angels sharpening the horns of beasts you'll never see. Over the long, dazzling fields they come, one small piece of time, chained to the next, howling and deep. They stop and they spit, You belong to them. It doesn't matter how much you want to stay inside. Make love and float in a bath all day long. The world knows what you want, and it knows what you need. It brings you bodies, and it brings you a gun. All right, a few lines now from that poem, Pig Beach. The pig wall alone on the human beach. The human sand pink and the pig wall burnt. The beach light bright in the pig eye. That's what I was reading at the Healthy Lifestyles Conference. In surges of seized up shadows, rolled, burned, knifed, and gleaming, we're an ocean full of rocks grinding back into our bodies as we pant, moan, and coax out a last few drops. An owl's flying up with a baby in its claws, because again, we've been delivered. At the end of her show, she steps forward, spreads out her arms and proclaims, I'm all yours, boys. And we're devouring her, the queen of desert and of sex, of doctors and of blindness, of mania, mummies and the stillborn, clouds swollen with light, Hispaniola, great big boats, fortified towns choked in smoke, a queen wrapped in bear's fur, staring down on us and down on us. We're devouring her and devouring her. The human sand pink in the pig wall burnt, the beach light bright in the pig eye. And the sun goes red, and the sun goes green, dolphins moaning in gangrene, waves heavy as tetanus, and we're led through the twinkling beads, sat down, jerked off and done with. You can take it, she growls, or leave it, climbed up from the sea, melancholic and hot, clawed away in twilight, the moon's jaw, blue and darkening. One more. A scratch of blood's dribbling down your cheek as you lean back for leverage. We're crawling towards each other, like standing in the Colosseum, a tiny fish sliced open under a great big silver sky. There's no blood in us, moon's eyelash thin. I am hard, you are wet, there's no way out, but we don't stop trying. Thank you.